So at the railway club I stuck this newspaper template on the layout and I drew around it. I'm now going to cut that out and that will produce a template for me on this wooden insulation wood base that I'm going to use to make my lake. I'm cutting this soft wooden insulation board. This is insulation board as well, it's made of wood. And the reason I'm using this is because it's very, very soft and it's easy to cut and manipulate, and this will produce the base for my lake on which I can build up the layers of varnish, and I can do that at home so it's plenty of time to dry. I'm cutting it outside with a nice Stanley knife. Be very careful when using knives, of course, and I'm doing it outside for a couple of reasons. One, all the mess stays outside in the garden, and two, I'm cutting it on my patio, not on my kitchen lino, so I don't want to cut through and score the lino. But if you're doing it indoors, put a piece of wood underneath, some old wood, so that you cut into that. Now I'm taking a couple of attempts to score through this, not trying to do it in one go. And I'm giving it a slight angle. Watch your fingers, of course, otherwise you're going to slice through those. And this stuff is really, really soft. You can cut away at it and chisel away at it easily with a craft knife and produce a nice landscape with this very soft wood. So you can just crack it actually. It's very soft stuff. I'm not using this part. Now all these little offcuts you want to keep. In fact, we're going to make more of those, because what we're going to do is mix them with PVA glue, pulp them up and produce a ridge around the edge of this lake, and that will hold and contain the varnish as we put it in. Now, of course, when I stick this onto the actual layout itself, it's going to be a little bit higher than the layout. Now I could either dig out a recess in the insulation foam board and sink this into it, or I can just stick it straight on top. This could after all be a man-made lake, and it could be a little bit higher than the surroundings, that doesn't matter. And handling knives, always try to cut away from yourself if you can. Just exercise care. So there it is, all done all the way around the edge. I've made a little island as well. Now I've just got to leave that to dry.